Hello and welcome to Just Us Thinking. I'm your host, Michael.
And I'm your co-host, Rebecca.
And I'm your AV guy, Mikey.
And we have a good show, but first...
Ooh. Welcome to the Bell Witch Podcast, a show that covers the infamous legend of the historic Bell Witch haunting in southern United States in the 19th century, where the Bell family experienced frightening happenings within their home. Hang on a second. No, that's the wrong Bell Witch. This is a podcast about being a witchy pagan in the 21st century, airing bi-weekly, with different guests on each month sharing their pearls of wisdom and gems of knowledge from their very own witchy businesses. I call it a moot loot. Here we cover a wide range of pagan and witchcraft related topics, from sigils, spells and spirits to Reiki rituals and pagan parenting while camping in the Bell tent named Delilah. It's got nothing to do with the Bell Witch from the 19th century in Tennessee that scared people to death in a little townhouse, which may or may not be true. Pretty cool story, but yeah, it's the wrong Bell Witch. This Bell Witch podcast is brought to you by Swales, the friendly green witch from Leeds, UK. A northern witch with a strong Yorkshire accent, a love of all things weird, spooky, magical, and a smelly dragon named Dave. So tune in every 2 weeks for a sprinkling of Yorkshire magic. Listen to the Bell Witch podcast with me, Swales, the friendly green witch, wherever you get your podcasts.
And back to our show here. And here we go for another show.
Yep, we have another good one for him today.
What are we doing today?
Today is going to be to stay or not to stay.
Ah, that is the question, isn't it?
It is.
So we're going to cover...
Along with how much money you've spent.
Yeah, no joke. So we're going to cover vacations and staycations. So
Yes, we are.
let's start with vacations.
All right. So, I mean, you have like your bigger vacations, like a cruise or going to like Disney World or something like that.
Oh, okay. So now you have a friend that goes down to Disneyland or Disney World, right?
Disney World, yeah.
Okay.
They usually go about every other year.
Okay.
So
It's expensive.
it is. And
That's a lot of money.
yeah. And they have family that stays down there. So,
Oh, okay.
or that lives down there. So they tend to, stay with them and use that kind of stuff too. So,
Oh, that really makes a big difference. So if you're going on vacation and you have, let's say you have a friend or family member and you're going down to Disney World and they live close, you can subsidize a little by staying with them a couple of nights. You might be able to cut down your expenses there quite a bit.
exactly. And they don't always do Disney World every time. They do one of the other parks as well. So
Okay.
they kind of rotate it. So
That's not too bad. Now, I don't have family or any friend that I want to stay with down in Florida, so I'm screwed.
yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I really don't know of anyone down in Florida that we could really stay with like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. So now if we want to go to Disneyland, California, right?
California, yep.
Just want to make sure. Oh man, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I have friends and family in California.
Okay, that would
So,
work.
In fact, my mother or my sister will probably go to Disneyland with us.
With us, all right.
And then I have friends in San Diego that we go to SeaWorld and stuff like that.
Okay.
Now, for us, we live here in Omaha. Mm-hmm. Okay, Omaha, Nebraska. If we wanted to plan a trip to California, we either have to drive or fly.
Or fly.
I'm not big on flying.
No, you're not.
Sorry. Well, and it's also really expensive.
Well, yeah, it is.
So-
Gas is just as expensive now, too.
Yeah.
Well, not quite as much, but
Well, yeah, not as much.
it's,
But
it's expensive still.
either way, if we're going to go to California, and we want to do anything there, if we drive there, it would take us a couple, 2 or 3 days, right?
Yeah, at least 2.
At least 2 to get there. That's
Yeah.
if we drive fast and like nonstop and like take rotations and
Yeah.
bullshit like that, right?
So probably 3.
So 3 days, yeah.
And 2.5 the way we drive.
That's probably true. So you're thinking let's just say 3 days, just to
Okay.
go a round number.
Okay.
Because if you drive all the way through there, when you get there at 2.5 days, you're going to be so exhausted. You're like, I don't want to do shit.
You're
for
going
the
to
rest
sleep
of the
for
day.
another day.
Right. So let's say 3 days. Okay?
Okay.
3 days to get there and 3 days to get back. That's 6 days.
Okay.
And then what? You're going to stay there for a day for a week vacation?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Right? That's
No.
not enough time.
So for us to go to California, or even when we visited your brother, that was a 2-week trip that we did.
Yeah. Was
So,
it?
oh yeah, it was like almost 2 weeks
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because we left, and now there was only 2 days to get there
Oh, yeah. That's right.
because we drove and we stayed with your Aunt Candy in Kentucky, and then we
Yeah.
drove the next day over. So we had this layover trip, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a lot better.
Okay.
That was, you drove for a day for like 8 hours, and then you were at your Aunt Candy's. We stayed there, ate, did this stuff, then drove out the next day.
Right.
And when we came back, we stayed an extra day or something, didn't we?
Yeah. We stayed a couple extra days coming back.
Yeah. So, and then how long? We were out there for 3 or 4 days, weren't we?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 or 4 days plus a couple drive time each way. It was over a week. I know that.
Yeah, it was. So.
Now, if we go down to Texas, it's going to be like a day to drive down there.
Yeah.
So we're really good because most places we go, we can get there in about a day or so.
That's about right. Yeah.
So the travel time, like even when we go to visit your friend Susie,
Yeah.
that's a day. You
Yeah.
get there in a day, and you have 5 days, and then you drive 1 day back, and there's your week vacation.
Yes.
We're lucky, but can you imagine someone from New York wanting to go down to California?
Ugh.
Right.
They would have to fly.
Well, they have
'cause-
to.
Yeah.
You couldn't drive that.
No. Well, unless they didn't work and they had all the time in the world to.
Well, yeah, but you're not talking. Yeah, I'm saying you take a week or two off of work.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would say if you're going to do a big vacation, you almost need a 2-week. Even if you're going to do that for a week, you want to recover.
Yeah.
But I need a vacation from my vacation sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Crazy,
So,
isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
we just came off vacation, and I'm like, how do I get a vacation for my vacation I just took?
Right. Like
I need that.
a recovery week
Recovery week. That's what it is. Yeah, like
where they only have you do half the stuff at work.
right.
That would be really nice.
God, that would.
So, Brooke, if you're listening, when I come back this week, half the work, please.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
That would be.
So,
Or
I don't
just
know.
email so you don't actually have to talk to anybody.
Yeah, I guess that's when you have a phone job. That I think is one of the hardest things, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because you're like, you just got back, and then you're on the phone. And I'm like, I haven't talked to you fuckers for a week. I don't want to talk to you now that I'm back. Now you're harshing my vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. That's crazy.
It's like you're getting on my nerves. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. Speaking of getting on nerves,
Okay.
the next kind of big vacations other than your theme parks. And I would throw cruises in that as well.
Okay, yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
cruises would be involved in that as well.
Right.
I still would like to do it. No, those are cruises are 3. How long are cruises?
Well, they have 3 days. They have 5 days. They have 7 days.
And they have 14 days. I saw
Yeah.
a 14-day one.
Oh, yeah.
But even then, that's 3 days on the cruise ship. You probably want to get down there early and then
Yeah.
maybe stay a day. Because if you're going to go all that way to a port city, at least spend a day or two in the port city, right?
Yeah, a lot of people like to get there just because of, nowadays with air travel, you're lucky to get there on time.
Right.
So a lot of people like to go down a day early so they know they get there in time to make the cruise.
Right. Okay, so that's
So,
still
yeah,
there.
yeah.
But no, talking about getting on nerves would be
Your family vacations.
Yep.
Jinx.
So this would include camping, going camping
Yeah.
for a week, or national parks.
Going to see some national parks, yeah.
Now we did that. That was our South Dakota trip.
South Dakota and
Okay.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. So and we went. So we did a lot of stuff up there, and we were there for a
did.
week, weren't we?
Yeah. That was a pretty good trip. So that was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I will tell you, I don't care and now this should be like maybe an RV. You guys rent an RV and you go traveling or something. Anything to get out of the house would be a vacation for me. But after, I will tell you, even coming off vacation, when you are with people for that long a period of time that you're not normally with, and that you're doing that, people start to kind of rub wrong, right?
Oh yeah, rub each other's nerves the wrong way.
It's nice to do all that. The problem that I have with vacations are they are expensive no matter what you do.
Yeah.
If you're going to spend a week out of your home, you're going to either be renting an RV or staying in a hotel.
Or renting a house.
Yeah. And you're talking about $100 a day. At least. The bare minimum is $100 a day.
Probably, I would say closer to $150 a day.
Right.
Yeah. Because, I mean, unless you want to stay in an absolute dump.
Right. And I'm sorry, I don't. And I guess you can, I guess if you're on a budget and you can't afford $150 and that $39.99 motel.
Motel 6.
Motel 6.
Hey, some Motel 6s aren't that bad.
I know. You said it, not me.
If you get a newer one, they're not that bad.
I know, but you said Motel 6. When we went to Colorado, even for that like little mini vacay, it was just a weekend getaway, and I'm sorry I wasn't going to stay at the Bates Motel.
No.
And when I saw that, I'm like, we're not staying there. You're like, no.
I have standards. Come on now.
Okay. Now, if you can't afford it and that's all you get, then that's great. And if you die, well, that's part of the vacation.
Right.
You know,
it's part of the thrill.
Each their own. But no, I mean, camping would be kind of, just to get out and get into nature.
Yeah.
Visit, I did that when I was a kid. We went to Zion National Park, Yellowstone, Yosemite. We did all the national parks.
Oh, wow.
And it was fun. I remember a lot of those. But I remember as toward the end, you could tell everybody was kind of tired and done.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're kicking back into, I got to go back to work. So you're starting to get back into that mindset or something. I don't know.
You're like, it's coming to an end.
Right. I don't know. So those are pretty good.
Yeah.
And then even more nerve wracking, I guess, is the next one here, right?
Visiting family or friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. That can always be. You're always a little nervous going in, thinking, how's it going to work?
Right.
Am I going to be up all night? Are they going to be up all night? Am I going to get enough sleep? Those type of things.
I think it starts off better than it normally ends.
Yeah.
Because, it's, when it's time to leave.
Yeah.
And
the beginning is, you're fun, you're doing something new. 3 or 4 or 5 days into it, you're like, eh.
Yeah. So, and if there's always that one family member that just doesn't seem to get it. They're like, the writing's on the wall generally. You're like, don't overstay your welcome. I guess is what it said. And you're like, I don't ever want to say that to someone and say, I think it's it's that it's been long enough. I'm about done with your shit. It's time for you to go home.
Exactly. Yeah.
I haven't said that, and I don't think I've ever overstayed my welcome there, but I would hope I would be smart enough to figure that out. I don't know.
See, yeah, we've always. I don't think I've ever really been in that situation too often. Fortunately, I get along with my family, but not all families get along. So yeah, that could be a different story especially if you guys don't get along. So.
Yeah. You don't know if you're gonna get a meet the Fockers kind of deal or not, right?
Yeah.
What kind of
Yeah.
God.
That would be fun though, kind of.
It's fun to watch. It's
not
fun.
It's fun to watch. Yeah.
Jeez. We don't live that kind of movie life. Sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
And then friends. We visit friends too.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, for me, what? Oh my God, what the hell's going on over here?
She's weird.
So she got off the futon to lay on her dog bed and to put her head up on the futon.
She's weird.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
We have some weird animals.
I get distracted easily.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, and that's the other thing that goes along with all these vacations too. Mm-hmm. If you have pets, you have to have a pet sitter or board them or can you take them with you?
Yeah.
So there's a lot. I mean, there's expense upon expense upon expense. If you're a dog person, you're spending $100 at least. Plus, boarding is what, $100?
I think it's usually about $35 a night for one.
Oh wow!
And then,
if you do two, you
get like a little bit of a discount.
If they could stay in the same kennel, yeah.
So I know, like when we went to Shinnetig, fortunately we were able to get the girls in the same kennel, so we didn't have to pay as much.
Right. But still, you're talking that's another 50.
Yeah.
$50 to $100 sometimes.
Yep. So it's
depending on if you're going to get them the spa package or not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going on vacation, you better treat them, right?
Right.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Hey, they deserve a little pampering too.
I didn't say anything. I said that's what it was. So I don't know. When it's time for like when we went to visit Susie.
Yeah.
We plan to leave, and I always plan to leave early so we can do other stuff.
Yeah.
And get away from that. Because if you plan to take a longer time but spend shorter time with them, you could always reevaluate your plan. Because if you're down there and say, we're going to leave on Thursday, and then it's going so well, you could say, you know what, we'll stay an extra day or so and we'll leave on Thursday or Friday or whatever day it was, right? Mm-hmm. I like to plan my vacations that way.
Yeah.
That way, if it does start to go bad, you have a good exit strategy.
Right.
And if it's going really good and you want to squeeze an extra day or so, you can. And I think that helps.
Yeah, it does.
I don't want to plan on going out with someone and spending 2 weeks for them, and then a week into it going, oh my fucking God.
Like, how do I leave early?
Yeah. Which then gets us into our little mini vacations, our weekend getaways.
Yeah, those are always fun too. I mean, if you find the right thing to do, it's, it could be a lot less expensive and...
Oh, yeah.
But still a good time, so.
And it gets you away. Now, we like to do the weekend getaways.
We do, yeah.
We do quite a few of those because we like to go to that city, Ogallala.
Ogallala?
Yeah, that one. I like to go there because I love that town. I just love that town. It's an old Western town.
Yeah.
Just love it. I love there's like the Boot Hill Cemetery. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It to me, that screams old town.
Yeah.
And then we could do that like we did that in a weekend getaway is like a 1 or 2 day kind of deal.
Yeah, because we could get there, the same night, like after work.
Right.
And stuff, and then come back on Sunday.
Right. So and we did a train ride in Des Moines or in Boone, Iowa.
In Boone,
right?
Iowa, yep.
And that now I'm not going to get too much into that because I would like to do that we're going to do a video show of our vacations that we did.
Okay.
So more to come on that.
All right. That was so much fun.
And those I think we're going to do as a video, and then we have pictures, and video.
Okay.
So we could definitely play with all that. So
all right, sounds like a good time.
Yeah. But those are kind of our mini getaways. We've done quite a few.
Yeah.
The purpose of a vacation.
Just kind of to unwind and
it is, but
get away, have a little fun.
Vacation is to get away.
Yeah.
Not have to. I want to say what makes a good vacation is you get out away from your house and the normality that you have.
Right.
To go do something fun. That's what makes vacations so unique.
Yeah.
You get to step away from work, because there's always something to do at home. So stepping away, say, you know what, I'm taking a vacation. I'm walking away.
Right.
So now let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
So we've got like a list of 4 things here.
Okay.
We're going to start back at the top. Big vacation.
Oh.
What's your next big vacation? What do you want to do for your next big vacation?
I kind of want to go to Yellowstone now.
What? Really?
Yeah, I've never been.
Really?
I know my dad's kind of talked about it a couple of times, and
that's in California.
No, it's not.
Yellowstone?
Isn't that in Montana?
Oh, that's in Montana, isn't it? I was thinking Yosemite.
Yeah. I would say either Yellowstone or like somewhere on the upper East Coast, because I've never been to like the New England area.
Yeah, okay. God damn, those are good.
What about you?
You just like slam that out of the park, right?
Slam dunk.
I've got three. Okay. I would like to go to California to visit.
Okay.
And I know that's going to be like a 2-week vacation.
Right.
So I would like to go spend a couple weeks in California. Basically stay there for a week and then, the travel to get there. Okay. I think the travels part is really important to me too. That's why I don't like to fly, because it's the journey for me there that makes it all part of it.
Okay.
That's how I justify it in my head anyway.
Oh.
So yeah, a trip to California would be like a big thing.
Okay.
I would love to go like to the East Coast. I would like to go to Washington, D.C., New York. I would like to do the East Coast thing.
Okay.
And it's not just one location. I would like to get out there and then like drive up the coast.
Okay.
Get into New York, go to the Amavid. What is that? Oh my God, I can't say that word.
I can't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about, but I don't think I can't say it either.
I was told it's not even there anymore.
Oh really?
And I want to drive a jug handle.
A jug handle.
Yeah, those are their. In order to take a left, you have to go right to take a left. They're called jug handles. Look it up.
We have some of those here in Omaha.
I know, but it's a New York, New Jersey thing.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a jug handle. They call it a jug handle.
Oh, you know what else I would like to do?
I'm on my list. What are you doing?
Okay.
You're stealing my thunder. No, go ahead.
Take an Amtrak somewhere.
Oh, God damn it. You guys stop coming up with the good ideas. Jesus Christ.
I know. Sorry.
Damn it. Now I want to do that. Okay. No, California, East Coast. I don't want to, but I kind of want to. I kind of want to do a cruise.
Oh, okay.
I've never been on a cruise.
Yeah.
I've never been on a cruise ship.
All right.
Me and boats.
You're going to go there again, aren't you?
We have issues.
You do.
Now I will tell you, I could do a Disney cruise.
Okay.
There's now I swear to God, I will sink the goddamn boat if there's a Muppet cruise out there. I'll tell you that right now. Just not going to happen.
Oh, you're giving me so many good ideas.
I know, but you better not use them. I don't know. Those are my three. I'm gonna
get a Muppet theme room for us.
I would like to go to Yellowstone again.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind going to Yellowstone. I'm ignoring you. That's what it is. I'm ignoring your comment. Yeah, that's the way it works.
Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy.
I swear to God, there better not even be wallpaper on the walls here. I will have fucking night terrors with that fucking little Kermit the Frog on the fucking...
Get like a projection screen with them on.
No, fuck that.
That way, when you're not sleeping, you could just stare at them all night long.
Yeah. Remember, I know your nightmares too.
You do?
Yeah.
What's my nightmare?
I swear to God, you're going to wake up and I'll have like all kinds of like fake spiders all over the room, and you will have an ape shit fit. And then I'm like, yeah, see? Not so funny now, is it?
Yeah, I know. I had a really weird one about like ticks and stuff last night. It was weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Now, I would say we really need to, I don't know, Yellowstone?
Okay, so I have a long list. Like Yellowstone, the Great Lakes.
Oh, yeah.
Upper New England.
Okay.
Because I've been to Florida, I've been to Texas, I've been to California.
See, I haven't been to Florida.
You haven't?
No.
No? Okay.
Been to Texas.
Okay. Yeah, I just think the Great Lakes would be really awesome to see.
Okay. Well, we need to start doing like a little bit of that.
Okay.
I do like going to Lake of the Ozarks. That was fun.
That was fun, yeah.
Those were Branson is really good. Mm-hmm. And Branson doesn't take very long for us to get there.
Yeah, that's another good one. So
yeah, we're kind of lucky. So how long will it take us to get to Yellowstone? Like a day or two?
Probably.
It's not that long. It's not
I'd have
that far,
to look
right?
it up, but yeah, it's not that far.
I would say that's a 2-day travel.
Okay.
The only thing that's outside of our, 2-day window is probably going to be the West Coast.
Yeah.
The West Coast will take us a little longer to get there.
Yeah, that's usually about 3 days.
Yeah.
So.
We can be in Vegas in 2 days.
Oh, nice.
I mean, you're figuring we can be to Pueblo or Colorado Springs, Colorado in 8 hours, 8-9 hours, right? We could rest there, and then the next trip would be to Vegas. I'm sure we could be in Vegas in 2 days.
Okay.
So Vegas is kind of our limit on the west side. We can get to the East Coast in 2 days.
Okay.
We've proved that.
Yeah.
So we're kind of a good spot here if you're in the Omaha or Kansas City area. But if you're on the East Coast, it's going to take you 2 days to get to here. And if you need to go further, that's another day or two. So
right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. And I couldn't imagine flying with the girls. I don't think I'd want to subject them to that.
I wouldn't do that because they'd have to. They're too big to sit under the seat.
Right.
So they'd have to go in the cargo area, and I'm not doing that to them.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not that mean.
Me neither.
So
I think the simple answer for us, and it's not the answer for everybody, would be we need an RV.
Yes, we do.
All right, I'll start working on that.
Okay, start working on that.
And then we start doing travel shows, right?
Yep.
I know Emma Gesson Press. He's a First Amendment auditor. Mm-hmm. Him and his son travel. I think his wife goes too. But they travel around in an RV, and that's all they do. And they do YouTube.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of slack for his channel because he does First Amendment auditing. Mm-hmm. And that a lot of people go back and forth whether, does he provoke them? Does he do this? Does he do that? And I want to say people generally provoke themselves.
Yeah.
Now, is he hoping that someone will do that? Well, yeah, because that's what ratings work. I mean,
yeah, that's how you get the views.
Yeah. Listen, I don't go to a superhero movie and not expecting them to trash a city.
Right.
There's not a single superhero that a city doesn't get destroyed.
Yeah.
Every goddamn one of them. Batman's the only one, but there's always a threat of a city blowing up.
Right.
And there's always destruction.
Doesn't he usually stop it?
Yeah, right before it blows up, but at the cost of another building or there's something that it's not like, it's outside of life, okay?
Right.
So if you see him there or you see someone doing a First Amendment audit or anything like that, leave them the fuck alone.
Right.
And if you don't like them to do it, leave them alone. And if you want to make an ass out of yourself, he'll help you. Don't get him wrong. He'll help you. It's not my cup of tea. But, well, yeah, we're that way.
Yeah.
I'd be that way if I went out there and someone says, "Shh, you got to do this." I'm like, bitch, I'm on vacation. You want to poke the bear.
Right.
The bear will bite. I'm just saying. Just saying. Bear will bite.
It will.
So, I don't know. Good show. I like the show.
Good.
We did pretty good.
I'm glad you liked it.
No, we're back in our old studio.
Yes. Our basement.
Our basement.
Or den.
Den. It's a den.
Yeah.
The basement's below us.
Right. That's why I corrected myself.
Eventually, we're still working on it out there. We're got a lot of progress.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of progress, so we're getting there.
Yep. We've already done a few shows out there, and we're going to do more, so we'll see how that goes.
It's just a little hot right now to do it.
Yeah, it got a little hot, and we're still working on. We have air conditioning out there, but we're still working on, I guess,
the flow. Because it's not great yet.
It's not great. It's still hot. We don't have the walls all the way up, so I think that causes a problem too.
Yeah.
So I need to get the walls up.
Yep.
We got the insulation in. Insulation's great. Walls help.
Yes, they do.
So, if you like what we do, like what we say, and want to support our channels here, you could like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Instagram. We're also on X.
Yep, and then you can listen to us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, Samsung, YouTube Music, and pretty much any podcast player.
Yep, there's a lot of them out there.
There is.
Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Leaving a comment on any of our platforms really helps us out. So you give us a like, give us a heart. Following us, subscribing to us really helps us get our content out there.
It does.
And then helps us have a better show, actually, too.
Yeah.
So, and then you get more of my rants. So if you like that, giving us feedback on any of these, including YouTube, Rumble, and TikTok. You give us feedback on any of these, and we know what you like, what you don't like. It's a show, and we need, we listen to audience, and we listen to what you guys like too.
Exactly.
So if you want more of what we do, say it. If you say, hey, I don't like that you guys did this, say it. We might listen to you, or whatever. I don't know. I haven't decided
or
yet.
Not.
Or not.
But we'd still like to hear it.
I would still like to hear it. Yeah. Just so, yeah. That'd be working. So,
yeah.
No, good show. I think that would be pretty good. And then we'll head off to the after show.
Alrighty. Bye, everybody.
Do you like stories about haunted locations? Or maybe tales of cryptids and spooky folklore from around the world? If so, why not tune in to Haunted Escapes with Chris and Diane, where all this and more will be discussed. New episodes drop every Sunday, with visual versions the following Friday on YouTube. So why not come join us on our Haunted Escapes?